Immigrants built this city. Immigrants run this city. And now an immigrant leads this city. Like, well, not everybody here is an immigrant. What are you talking about? He's talking about this dark socialist vision. First, they demoralized everybody, demoralized a generation, right? It's hopeless. You can't afford anything. You can't buy a house. And then they made sure that they were high on drugs, made sure they did not know how to talk to girls, right? You can't talk to anybody. You meet them all on the internet, get them all miserable, and then give them this fake hope and just kind of get them going. This was not the most intriguing or interesting political accomplishment ever. All right. This is, in a weird way, it's textbook. It's textbook. And every politician has lived in fear of something like this their entire lives, right? That every politician is worried about a primary challenge. If you're a Democrat, you worry about a primary challenge from the left. If you're a Republican, you worry about a primary challenge from the right. These things happen because it's kind of understood. In fact, it's textbook politics that in a primary, you can do pretty much anything. All right. If you get enough volunteers, you call it midnight pizza, the midnight pizza operation. A bunch of kids who don't have anything else going on, who can dedicate their lives to politics because other people who have a bit more going on in their life, they don't have time to knock on strangers' doors, right? They're just too busy. But all those crazy kids who were yelling and screaming about Israel, right? Denouncing Israel, supporting Hamas. I saw it. You thought it was deplorable. I thought it was horrendous. He saw an opportunity. I'm going to harness this and take it right to City Hall, right to power. Let's see here. There's a lot of blame to go around, all right? Primarily the media for not media. Why would we ever count on them? The New York Times. The Republican Party, which in many ways is dead here in New York, dead. I don't even know who runs the Republican Party. Is there a Republican Party? Curtis Sliwa, are you kidding me? Hey, let's just go with the guy who lost by 40 points the last time and have to humor him and have to placate him and have to worry about, oh boy, what if it have to put up with his supporters, quite frankly? Yes, I mean that. Put up with the supporters. The lost souls who thought that Curtis Sliwa had a shot. All right? And I put myself in that category. I can't believe that I took him seriously, even for a nanosecond politically. Ranked choice voting, total sham. What we could have done and should have done, there should have been a primary runoff after the first primary, right? That's how we used to do it. You take the top two finishers and then you battle it out. Got rid of that. There are billionaires who are working, right? Billionaires on both sides. And I'm talking about the leftist billionaires. He rails about billionaires. And a lot of people think when he says that, it's code. It's code for probably one of the greatest men I've ever met in my life, John Catsimatidis. All right? John is an immigrant. John came here with nothing. John's father worked 7 days a week at a restaurant at the corner of 42nd Street and Lexington. Actually, I'm sorry, 6 days a week there. And on the seventh day, Sunday, instead of taking his day off, he went to Astoria to work at a Greek restaurant. All right? That's part of John's story. I want to be a billionaire too someday. This is New York. All right? You got to suck it up initially. No one hands you anything. But we have a generation of people who want to be handed stuff. It's supposed to be hard. Everybody knows New York is expensive. Why did I live at that dumpy apartment on 71st? Where the hell was that? 77th Street between 1st and 2nd Avenue. It was a walk-up. It was not nice. I spent about 6 weeks there. I couldn't take it. I moved in. I couldn't take it for a lot of different reasons. I didn't like the walk-up number one. That was the big thing. So I moved to a much smaller apartment, what they call a studio, right? Less than a studio. It was like so small that it was designed for a Murphy bed. You know, the Murphy bed that folds out? Right. I rented this apartment not to be chic, not to be cute. It's because it was all I could afford. I was at New York One. I was new to New York. I was making not much money, under $40,000 a year. I had a car, which I promptly had to get rid of because I couldn't afford the garage. I didn't hold anybody else responsible. This was my choice. I wanted to work at New York One. I said I could carry my own camera. I took a cut and pay. I was making 3 times as much money when I was a Marine Corps officer. And that was my choice. I didn't point to anybody else. Give me. Affordability. What is the government in the affordability business. What's that all about? The market determines what's expensive, what's not expensive. Anyway, the aggression and the meanness out of this allegedly charming guy with the smile happened right away last night. It was something else. You want to do this? Let's do this, all right? The very top. Let's start with the top. The crowd's gone wild. Zohran Mamdani is the mayor-elect. He acts like he was just elected the emperor of the world. Hey, you're going to be a municipal official. You're a functionary. Emperor. The delusion of these guys. He wrote this speech, by the way, when he was in college. I guarantee you. This is the speech he always wanted to give. Be damned the circumstances, the actual circumstances. All right, let's go ahead and hit it, please.
Thank you, my friends. The sun may have set over our city this evening, but as Eugene Debs once said, I can see the dawn of a better day for humanity.
Stop. Eugene Debs. Who the hell's Eugene Debs? He was a socialist. Eugene Debs, at this moment, when people are freaked out about you, he starts quoting radicals in the dustbin of history. That's number one. All right out of the gate. Okay, you really are this deranged. And gone is the smile. Gone are the pleasantries, right? Gone are the euphemisms. He's letting it all hang out. It's all of it, and it's ugly. Keep going.
For as long as we can remember, the working people of New York have been told by the wealthy and the well-connected that power does not belong in their hands. Fingers bruised from lifting boxes on the warehouse floor, palms calloused from delivery bike handlebars, knuckles scarred with kitchen burns. These are not hands that have been allowed to hold power.
Stop. See, he's talking about a totally different system. He's talking about where he came from. He's talking about Uganda. He's talking about India. He's talking about a caste system. That's not New York. Upward mobility abounds. This is a place where, yeah, you can make it here. You can make it anywhere. Some people actually like working in a warehouse. A lot of people do. It's to demean them. Scars on their hands. And like, it's just a strange, like anti-colonial, like a speech that was designed to be given in, I don't know, Jamaica in 1870 or something like that. This is crazy stuff. And this is who he is. Well, you cannot have the power. You cannot have the power. I guess you're looking at me. Oh, it's easy for you to say you're the police commissioner's son. My dad was a cop. My dad's father was a milkman. What the heck? This is what part of what makes America great. And if you want to be a milkman and work hard at it, you too can own that damn company. It happens. It bloody well happens. Or you deliver milk for a little while and you provide just to so radically distort who we are. That's what happened last night. Keep going.
And yet over the last 12 months, you have dared to reach for something greater. Tonight, against all odds, we have grasped it. The future is in our hands. My friends, we have toppled a political dynasty.
Stop. This is the part I like. What political dynasty is he talking about? What does that mean? Is he talking about capitalism? Is he talking about Andrew Cuomo? Right? I mean, we all know Andrew's damaged goods, right? Political dynasty. His father's dead. He was chased out of office. Is that what dynasty is he talking about? And when there's something, the future is ours. He spends about 11 seconds talking to all of New York. It comes much later in the speech. He's talking to the people in the room and these volunteers, these crazy kids who smoke dope and latch on to something that gives them meaning. Meaning. Finding meaning in man, finding meaning in a guy, finding meaning in there's material goods. I need more material. I should be given more material goods. That's not meaning. That's a crock. Keep going. Stop. So immature. Shock. That is appalling. You can hate your political opponent. Happens all the time. To say what he just said, the last time I ever utter his name, those guys should be having breakfast today. If he were a serious person, if he were mature, if he were benevolent, if he had a good heart, but he doesn't. All right? He's not any of those. He's not good. He's a bad guy. That was really something. And this is not the achievement of you too can do this, right? You too, in a way. Quite frankly, a lot of people have better things to do. They just have they have fuller lives than Zohran Mamdani and his volunteers. Zohran, an assemblyman, that's a part-time job. That's not really a job. Zohran, rich kid, 2 parents. Hey, where did you get married? Are you married? Any married people out there? Think about your wedding. I'll tell you about my wedding. We had a very nice ceremony at the University Club, and we had a reception right after at the University Club, and we went on a honeymoon in Connecticut. Zohran Mamdani got married in Uganda, and then he got married again in the UAE, and then he got married again here in New York City. That's 3.